I started work for Hills Brothers in January 1924 for 50 cents an hour. That was $4 a day, pushing a hand truck in the green coffee warehouse. We didn't have tow motors in those days, and it was a question of pushing these hand trucks around the warehouse with stacks of stacked 5 bags high, weighing around 800 pounds. It was quite a load for me. I was just 22 years old and only weighed about 150 pounds. So it was a pretty good challenge. Most of the fellows who were doing that kind of work were big husky guys, a lot of Italian fellows and Irishmen, good guys, jolly fellows, but strong as oxes. And they did a better job than I did at that.
1873. The California gold rush was over. San Francisco was young, bursting with optimism and opportunity. Clipper ships sailed through the Golden Gate from the mysterious Orient and far-off Africa. It was a time of romance and adventure. 2 young brothers from Maine, Austin H. and Reuben W. Hills, headed west with their family to seek their fortune in this bustling city. On February 14, 1878, the brothers formed a partnership and began selling retail dairy products from a small stall in a public market. It was the beginning of a family business that would continue for 3 generations and become the largest privately owned coffee roaster in the United States. In 1881, the brothers purchased the Arabian Coffee and Spice Mills, where they roasted and sold coffee along with tea, spices, and extracts. This was the cornerstone of Hills Brothers Coffee. The finest coffee in the world was 65 cents for a 2-pound can. The company grew quickly. By 1886, retail sales and home deliveries were replaced with exclusive marketing to grocery outlets. During these early years, the retail dairy side was discarded, but business continued as commission merchants, wholesaling butter, eggs, and cheese. The Hills brothers would never sell anything but the best quality products. Early on, Reuben Hills made a startling yet simple discovery. You can't judge a coffee bean by its appearance alone. He pioneered the art of cup testing that has long since become a standard practice throughout the industry. In 1897, Reuben Hills asked a young San Francisco artist named Briggs to come up with a design for Arabian roast. It became the Hills Brothers trademark, a lasting symbol of coffee quality. The turn of the century turned the industry upside down. Hills Brothers discovered that food sealed in a vacuum remains fresh almost indefinitely. From this amazing discovery, the company introduced the original vacuum pack coffee.
On one of Reuben Hill's trips to New York, where he used to go 2 and 3 times a year, he had a seat on the Green Coffee Exchange in New York, and he used to go back there and visit all the green coffee importers and what. So Reuben and my father got him to stop off in Chicago and talk to Norton Brothers, who were can manufacturers and had done a lot of tin manufacturing and coffee caddies, bins for dispensing bulk coffee and teas and so on, and see if they had any ideas about a better can for butter. Well, Norton Brothers said, well, boy, you just come to the right place. We're just got our patents on a new process for packing canned foods in vacuum, and maybe this would work with butter. So they decided to try it out, so they contracted right away for machinery and cans to be shipped to San Francisco and applied to the packaging of butter. Well, as soon as Reuben got back to San Francisco, he got the idea that if taking the air out of butter is going to keep butter fresh, maybe taking the air out of coffee cans will keep coffee fresh. So he started experimenting on that, and the first vacuum coffee was actually vacuum packed in butter cans.